What's going on, guys? So, Nick and Richie here. We're gonna be playing some Doki Literature Club because everybody and their mama has been playing this already. So,
well, I'd say finished playing this already. To be fair,
yeah.
To be fair, but yeah, I haven't watched much on it. I'm aware it gets fucked is about all.
I know pretty much everything that happens in this game, and I'm gonna do everything I can to to avoid spoiling it. So, we got to do voices. So there's 4 girls and then us. So we got to do voices for each girls. And then do you want to read the MC dialogue or do you want me to?
It does not matter to me. It's
you pick.
Let's just pick as it comes. Who's being question marks?
I'll do question marks.
You'll be question marks.
Hey. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's gonna chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Ha! Ha!
Lovely.
I overslept again! But I caught you this time!
Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you.
Yeah, you say that like you were... You say that like you were thinking about it. Hold on. You say that like you were... God damn it, Nick, shut up.
No, you...
Okay. Just, you say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Clarp.
It is Clarf. You gotta
That's
really
mean,
get that
Clarp.
Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something.
Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to.
Whatever you say, Sayori. Is that how you pronounce the name actually?
Yeah,
okay.
Sayori.
I guess I should wait till we're done the tech shit. Anyway.
We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the students become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute.
That was a lovely... You said students instead of streets. I just want to throw it out and be a dick.
Oh, did I misread that?
You said students became increasingly speckled with other students.
My bad.
Which makes this a porn game, I would say.
That's we. Never mind. By the way, Clarf, have you decided on a club to join yet?
A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either.
That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year.
Did I?
Yeah, you fucking did.
Bitch.
I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college.
Same.
Your happiness is really important to me though, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. I'm sure this probably isn't even the same voice that I started with, but whatever.
I think it's close-ish.
Close enough.
Enough. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though.
Will you at least promise me you'll try a little?
No. Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that.
Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit. Even if she doesn't exaggerate everything that's inside of her, or even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation.
Clubs.
Sayori wants me to check out some clubs.
They're delicious sandwiches.
I prefer turkey and bacon myself.
Well,
I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club.
naturally.
Hello?
Sayori.
Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed.
You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club.
Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know...
Know what?
Well, that you could come to my club.
I feel like my voice sounded a little bit hostile on that last line, which I don't feel is completely not fitting, to be fair. Sayori.
Yeah?
There's no way I'm going to your club.
Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure that this... Oh, sorry. I had my own thought there for a second. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less.
Yeah, I'm going to the anime club.
Come on, please.
Why do you care so much anyway?
Well, I kinda told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member.
Bitch.
And that Suki made cupcakes and everything.
Don't make promises you can't keep.
I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out on her own.
I maybe should have disabled that.
I let out a long sigh.
Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay?
Yes, let's go! That was loud as shit! And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Oh.
I mean, same.
I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here!
I told you, don't call me a new member.
Eh? I glance around the room.
Is this a Canadian game?
Yes. Okay, do you want to voice her?
I'll be girl one.
Okay, cool.
Things I never thought I would say. Oh wait, I gotta determine what she looks kind of the female version of how I've been portraying the main character.
That's pretty accurate, actually. Yeah.
Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. I feel that was a little much. We'll buff it. Sayori always says nice things about you.
Seriously, you brought a boy? That's what we're rolling with. Way to kill the atmosphere.
Ah, Clark, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. This is gonna get... Okay,
Fred.
ellipsis.
No, we're... Okay, so if you just heard that, then you obviously know whose gameplay who I've watched of this game. So we're gonna call him George. We're gonna call the quotation with the ellipses George. Anytime that comes up, we're gonna say George.
Hey.
Just roll with it. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it.
Sorry. Natsuki, I'm like, Okay, well, that's the voice here.
Just kind of like.
Yeah, well, I like just every time a new character comes up, I'm like, fuck, I gotta figure out what I did for that one and go back.
The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori.
You can just
No, that's me.
fuck.
You can just ignore her when she gets moody.
She was in my bitch's place. I wasn't paying enough attention.
Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club.
Don't say things like that.
That's actually pretty spot on.
Right. Well, I feel like that is more still the dude, still Clark voice. So we're not doing much distinguishing here.
Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki.
Ah, well, it's time. Woo! Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you.
And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right?
That's right. Good. It's great to see you again, Clark.
Monica smiles sweetly.
I about read that in her voice.
We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my fucking league. Emphasis on fucking by me.
Yeah.
So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little...
Very much emphasis on fucking. You too, Monica. I feel like I did.
Come sit down, Clark. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them.
I forgot.
Sorry, I got a little too excited.
Then how about I make some tea as well? Or we could
The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table.
just gotta do my normal voice, but seductively.
Yeah. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's only one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready?
You regretting that yet?
Nope.
No, okay.
Ta-da! Wow! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute!
I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki.
Well, you know. Sorry. Just hurry and take one.
I was like, wait, it's like I'm already not remembering names. I was like, wait, is Natsuki me actually? Because I was thinking that was...
No, I'm Sayori and Natsuki. You're Monica and Yuri.
Alright. Oh, I got it. There's my deck left.
Oh, hold on just a second there, buddy.
We got some drama. It's okay.
Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica, I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself.
This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
Why are you thanking me? It's not like I...
Oh boy, she's a tsundere, bitch.
Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Even for you or anything.
I thought you technically did. Sayori said...
Well, maybe. But not for, you, dummy.
Alright.
I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray.
You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. Wait, is that the same?
No.
It is just a... Oh, well, they were both... There's a question and an answer to the question. It's like, this doesn't feel like it should be the same character. And I was...
It wasn't. You were Clarp, the first question.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well.
Come on, man.
Oops. So I was...
Yeah.
Wait, have it return.
Return.
Yep. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yours just trying to impress you. That's not...
Insulted, Yuri looks away.
I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least can enjoy tea or N-words. I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me.
So what made you consider the literature club?
I want to fuck all of you.
We got that part right.
I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori.
I was practically dragged here by Sayori! Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori really seemed happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like...
10 out of 10.
Someone pay me, I'm excellent. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream.
Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement.
We turn into big Japanese men when not grown. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. Oh wait, that's me. You can put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow in this club before we graduate. Right, everyone?
Yeah!
We'll do our best.
You know it! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have really worked hard to just find these three. Maybe that's why we're all so delighted by the idea of Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature.
So, Clark, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well,
Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that.
manga?
I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up.
Oh no.
It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change.
What am I saying?
Show me your titties.
I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile.
Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. I keep forgetting I'm the one that reads this.
My favorites are usually the novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in. I tried burping, it didn't happen. But it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immersive for me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? That feels rude.
How's that feel rude?
Because it's like, they're just taking advantage of your lack of imagination. It's like, oh. How I feel?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I've read a horror book once.
I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
Rock hard. Yep. What? Oh, yeah. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that, but if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
I hate horror.
Oh, why is that?
Well,
I'm a little bitch.
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind.
That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What?
Kawaii.
What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind at the last club meeting. It looks like you were working on a poem called Big Dicks.
Don't say it out loud. Give that back.
Fine.
Your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are.
Oh, she's gonna shoot up a school.
Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute!
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes.
This character is just so fucked with. Ways it's just like, it's like, oh, she's so cute.
Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them.
Ah, not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri?
What the fuck was that?
I'm trying, I don't switch on the fly very good.
Okay.
Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable about enough to share hers.
George.
George. I guess it's the same for Yuri.
Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment.
Okay. I have an idea, everyone.
George, question mark? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica.
A George question mark shall be a Keith.
Okay, cool.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. George.
Yeah, let's do it!
Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Clark?
Monica smiles warmly at me once again.
Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that?
Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time.
I never said I would join this club. Fuck. Oh, okay. I was like, I actually clicked right click. I don't know what happened. Sari may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made a decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and,
I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes.
What? I'm sorry, I thought.
Clark.
You all.
I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That's it. If writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls...
Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club.
One by one, the girl's eyes lights up. Yes, I'm so happy! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down.
Hey. You really did scare me for a moment.
If you really just came for the cupcakes, I'd be super pissed.
And that makes it official.
Also, I like how
Literature
Natsuki now
Club.
has a hair beard.
We need to draw a little mouth. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem and bring it to the next meeting so we can all share.
Monica looks over at me once more.
Clark, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah.
Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills?
Please tell me I actually get to make decisions on the poem at least.
Yeah.
Yes.
I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Quav. Since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
No.
That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs.
Sure, might as well.
Yay!
I love how he's just like, I don't give a fuck.
With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club?
Nah.
Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight.
Wait, I just realized something. That is 100% so you can screenshot porn.
Okay.
Yeah. You're just not gonna say anything about it. You're just gonna be like, he's gonna be surprised that there's porn.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and end this episode. So yeah. Hope you guys like this. Hopefully you guys can enjoy us doing more of this, and make sure to comment, subscribe, find us on Twitter, all that good jazz. And
Probably don't find me on Twitter. Let's be real.
yeah, don't find me on Twitter. I mean, you could find me on Twitter, I guess, but whatever. I don't use it. So with that, we will see you guys next episode. All right, bye.
Deuces.